Welcome to Sermons on the Side. I'm Brad.
And I'm Richard.
And life can move pretty fast, so we're here to slow down, dig deep, and find the story hidden in everyday moments.
With years spent in ministry, friendship, and navigating real life together, we're all about blending humor, honesty, and faith into conversations that meet you right where you are.
So whether you're brand new or you're back for more, we are so glad you are here.
So relax, listen in, and let's discover meaning together.
In the ordinary, the messy, and everything in between.
Sermons on the Side, finding meaning in the everyday. To share with you how this movie impacted me, I'm going to have to give a ton of spoilers, multiple spoilers.
Got it.
Which means, I'm going to talk to you about the very last scene of the movie. So, it's the ultimate in spoilers is about to happen. And there's part of me that feels bad about that because there might be somebody listening who hasn't seen the movie.
Oh.
But then there's another part of me that says, the movie's been out for 28 years.
Has it really?
Yes.
28?
27, I'm sorry.
Oh, my
I don't do
goodness.
math. We've talked about that. Yeah, 98 to 2025, right? Is that right?
Wait, 98?
Yeah.
Is
It's
dude,
27.
I'm getting old.
So, anyway,
Holy cow.
so it really is your own fault if you haven't seen this movie.
Right.
If you've been alive for more than, say, 16 or 17 or 18.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
So there you go. That was just the most drawn out introduction to a sermon on the side in the history of the world.
Welcome one, welcome all to another episode of Sermons on the Side. That was my... Did you like that? That was...
It reminded me of the American Top 40 with Casey Kasem when I was a kid in the 70s.
No idea what you're talking about.
Keep your feet on the ground, but keep reaching for the stars. All right, I'm so sorry.
How about that for an intro, ladies and gentlemen?
You have found yourself at Sermons on the Side, episode 29.
Wow. Well, welcome to 29. Welcome to August. Holy hot.
My word. How, by the way, how? How is it August?
I don't know how it's
How
August.
in the world did that happen?
But all of the parents inch closer and closer to school, and we all look at each other with longing eyes of, are you as excited as I am? I'm kidding. We all love our children.
Yes, you do.
But yeah, here we are.
Oh,
Welcome.
man. Hey, excited about this episode. Excited that here we are, 29 episodes in, and that next week, next Thursday, episode 30 drops, and we're going to have a special guest for you guys.
Very special guest, and we're very, very excited about it.
Mm-hmm.
And but you know what I'm more excited about for episode 30?
What's that?
To see you again.
Boom. It has been kind of weird, man.
This is such a weird dynamic because we have not seen each other for 15 days.
Yeah, it's trippy.
And I think the first time that we'll see each other
Is the night we record.
it's that night
Yeah, man.
that we're going to record episode 30.
Miss you, bud.
Yes, because right now I am. Last week you were in vacation.
That's
which
correct.
By the way, how was it? Let's get an action.
Standing.
Even though we're
It was
recording this
very refreshing.
before you even go.
No, that's the weird thing. But on episode drop day, you're going to be not in Columbus, GA, not
Right.
in Columbus, Georgia. You're going to be in
I'll be in Flagler, Florida,
Flagler.
which is just a little suburb of Daytona Beach.
That's it.
We are resurrecting a family tradition that my wife did as kids growing up. They would take a family vacation to Daytona Beach for sometimes weeks at a time with extended family. And so now that we've got kind of that new generation of chilling coming up, we're trying to resurrect this. And so we've got a big part of my family and Lisa's family there. And anyways.
That's cool. I do need to interrupt you.
Yeah,
I want you to keep going on that topic. But first, I wanted to tell everybody that because, I'm Brad and I are friends, so I'm kind of on the inside at the Williams family stuff.
Come on.
And I actually got to see a photograph before vacation took place, of your two oldest children, Becca Joy and Shep, wearing their new quote unquote vacation shoes.
That's right.
That Mama, Miss Lisa Williams, had picked up for them
that day.
Adorable.
Just when they slipped them on, they just didn't want to take them off. And then when I had to leave the house and I was like, hey, I'm going to go record a podcast with Mr. Richard. Not 5 minutes after I was getting here, Lisa sent us a text and was like, the kids wanted me to show y'all they love their shoes. And I was like, oh, man, this is special.
Oh, that's just
also
so
that
cool.
night I asked Becca if she wanted to be a guest one day, and she said yes.
Oh,
said,
that's good news.
What would you say? And she said, hi. I was like, well, we'll have to work on that.
Okay.
So from the mouths of a 4-year-old.
She was on the show, has one word to say. That's it.
Better than either one of us.
Well, yeah, she might be better at this than us. That is.
But anyways, hey,
back to the vacation.
But hey, the vacation is here. It's happening. I'm probably already sunburnt because I've got 2 shades. I've got white and then burnt. My SPF has triple digits. But yeah, man, we're here. And so, hey, just a quick little, any of my family member that's on this trip that is listening to this episode, really quick, I'm going to spoil a little surprise that's going to be happening later today on drop day. But I've got matching T-shirts for the whole family that we're going to use to take family photos. Dude, it's actually legit. I'll show you after we record. I'm so serious.
I must know. I cannot wait to see this.
So anyways, we are those people.
Oh,
and anybody
sure
that's
you
not on our trip, then, you know, they will be for that picture. And then they can
Okay, one question about the T-shirt. Is everybody going to be happy to put them on or not so much?
No, very happy. It's a very nice, it's like a comfort color Daytona Beach with all of the last names of the family members that are on the vacation. It's really sweet. Yeah.
Dude.
I'll show it to you afterwards.
Nicely done. Well done.
Anyways, there's the surprise. So yeah, here we are. August 29. We got episode 30 next week. You and I are vacationed out.
Yeah, we just are.
And we are excited about what the fall is bringing our way. There's a lot of really cool things on the horizon.
Yeah, 4 sermons on the side and our listeners. So it's going to be cool and fun in the fall.
Man, super excited.
Indeed. So listen, got a sermon on the side for you.
Come on.
And this goes back to a movie that is now technically a classic movie.
Okay.
This movie came out in 1998, and it is called Saving Private Ryan.
Oh, it's a great.
All
movie.
right, so a couple of things we want to say. Well, actually, several things we want to say now that we've introduced where the sermon on the side is coming from for this episode. And so this is the second time, I think, that one of our episodes was inspired by a movie.
Okay. Shout out to Tyler Pierce.
Yes, thank you, Tyler, my man. And the first one was the Miracle on Miracle is the name of the movie about the American hockey team. And you can go back and listen to that. I can't remember what episode number, but it's called Miracle. It's called Do You Believe in Miracles? That's the name of the episode. Okay.
I can find it real quick.
All right. Yeah, it wouldn't hurt. We need to be able to shout that out.
Episode 22, Do You Believe in Miracles?
Boom. There you go. So here's what we need to say. It's just a confession. Movies are such a thing for me. You too. We're big into movies. I don't know about you, Brad, but I speak movie quotes as a second language.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, and it bothers people.
No, well, it can. But, there are times when it is very appropriate, and there's times where you're like,
Yeah, why? What were you thinking, Richard?
But I forget more than I remember. My memory is really bad. And so I don't have the recall to some of these quotes like other people do, like yourself or like our friend Tyler or like some other friends that I have.
Yeah. I'm
like, I know I've seen that movie, but I don't know what you're talking about.
These things somehow live. There's a lot of brain space that is way more than there should be. But so often movies are not just memorable entertainment experiences, sometimes just generally inspirational or uplifting, but often, and when I say often, I would say more often than not, I watch a movie and the Lord does a sermon on the side while I'm watching it. or at some point along the way. And so that was certainly the case with Saving Private Ryan. Now, a couple other disclaimers just to make. Phenomenal, one of the best war films ever made. Spielberg was the director of this. And but it is a tough movie to watch. And so we know we have a lot of younger listeners who listen with their parents. And so there might be a conversation to mom and dad, hey, show me that movie. And we just want to say to the parents, sorry about this, because that's awkward, because it's a tough film. And so obviously exercise caution with how young your kids are when they see this film.
Yeah, or if you want to just make us the bad guy, hey, kids, sorry, you can't watch that until you're 18 years old.
Yeah.
It's not your parents' decision, it's ours. If you parent
just
wants to
saved
make us the bad guy, we totally will.
Yeah, tell them
So there you have it.
Richard and Brad said, got to be 18. But seriously, even though it's an important film, really tough to watch. And it stays with you in good and in somewhat haunting kind of ways. Yeah. So we understand that's a thing. Now, the last disclaimer I'm going to say before we get into the sermon on the side is this. To share with you how this movie impacted me, I'm going to have to give a ton of spoilers, multiple spoilers.
Got it.
Which means, I'm going to talk to you about the very last scene of the movie. So, it's the ultimate in spoilers is about to happen. And there's part of me that feels bad about that because there might be somebody listening who hasn't seen the movie.
Oh.
But then there's another part of me that says the movie's been out for 28 years.
Has it really?
Yes.
28?
27, I'm sorry.
Oh, my
I don't do
goodness.
math. We've talked about that. Yeah, 98 to 2025, right? Is that right?
Wait, 98?
Yeah.
Is
It's
dude,
27.
I'm getting old.
So
Holy
anyway,
cow.
so it really is your own fault if you haven't seen this movie.
Right.
If you've been alive for more than, say, 16 or 17 or 18.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
So there you go. That was just the most drawn out introduction to a sermon on the side in the history of the world. But this film begins with and really centers around the D-Day invasion of Normandy in June of 1944, when the Allies hit the beaches of France and began the liberation of France. Really, it was the beginning of the end of the war, because once the Allies established a beachhead in France, there was no stopping us in crushing the Third Reich, the Nazis. It took some time, but it was definitely the beginning of the end. So on D-Day, according to in this story, there's an American family from the Midwest, and the last name is Ryan, and they have multiple sons fighting for the United States military, and all of them but one are killed in action on D-Day. And when the War Department finds this out, they realize we are notifying a mother that all of her sons except one has been confirmed killed in action. And so what we've got to do is we've got to go find the remaining Ryan son and get him home.
Yeah.
And so that's why the movie is called Saving Private Ryan. So Tom Hanks is the captain of a small group of soldiers that are sent on a mission into Normandy after the D-Day landing to find Private Ryan. And that's what the movie is about. It is a phenomenal war movie, as I said, but it's really intense. And throughout that process of them searching for Private Ryan, they encounter numerous skirmishes, and some of them don't survive, and they're killed in action as they're on this mission to find this one guy. They finally find him near the end of the movie, as you can imagine, and they realize, okay, there's enough of us left to get Private Ryan and escort him back to safety, and we can get him home. But there's one more battle that needs to be fought, and so they stay to help with that battle. Many more of them perish, Private Ryan does not. So at the very end of the film, the final battle has taken place. Many of Tom Hanks's men in this small group of guys that were sent to save Private Ryan, many of them have already perished. There's only a few left. And at the very end of the climactic battle of this film, where they valiantly save the day and keep the Germans from crossing a bridge, and so they accomplish their objective, Private Ryan survives, but many of the team do not, including, and here's the climactic moment, including Tom Hanks, the captain, the leader, the focal point of the movie. And in this last battle, he is mortally wounded. The battle has ended, and it's clear that the Allies have won this battle. Tom Hanks is breathing his last breaths because he's about to pass away. Private Ryan and a few of the other team members come to him to just be with him in his final moments. And Tom Hanks pulls Private Ryan in, and Private Ryan is played by Matt Damon, for those that care. But anyway, Tom Hanks, Captain Miller is his name. Captain Miller pulls Private Ryan in and whispers something to him. And the first time he whispers it, Private Ryan doesn't hear him and asks him to repeat it. And he does. And it turns out to be Captain Miller's last words. So Tom Hanks is, as this actor, uttering the last words of this character. And he looks at Private Ryan, the guy that all of these guys laid it on the line to save. And many of them perished in that effort. And they look at him. And Tom Hanks looks at Private Ryan and says 2 words. He says, "Earn this." He says, "Earn this." And then he passes away. So what he was trying to tell Ryan was, look, a lot of people gave their lives so that you could go home and continue yours. So for the rest of your life, I want you to remember that, and I want you to have the attitude or the perspective that I have to earn. The way I live my life has to earn the sacrifice that was made for me.
Yeah. Yeah. So many other families or representatives of those families made the ultimate sacrifice. So that way that at least the Ryan family wouldn't be totally decimated.
Yes.
So that at least one would survive.
And so noble and so wonderful. In that, but in that moment, that last moment, Tom Hanks's character chooses to put that on Ryan, on Private Ryan, and say, you need to earn this for the rest of your life. Well, that's really intense. And there is part of me that thinks that's awesome. Because he should live the rest of his life in honoring the people that made the sacrifice so that he could. Yeah, you should do that. But there's part of me that doesn't know how to handle the earn this command. It wasn't a suggestion. It was now, this is your life mission. This is your mantra. You've got to earn what was done for you. And I remember back in the late 90s when the film came out and the subsequent years, I remember even hearing ministers, Christian ministers, to take that thought and say, that's a good thing for Christians. Christians should think about the sacrifice of Christ, what he did for them, and they should live the rest of their lives with the goal of earning that sacrifice.
Like a walking in a manner worthy of...
Yeah. In fact, there's a verse in Ephesians 4, verse 1, where Paul says, I beg you to lead a life worthy of your calling, for you have been called by God. And then he gives them some instructions about character traits that should identify a Christian's life. I beg you to live a life worthy of your calling. And I remember hearing that, but there's a struggle that I had Okay, so is God saying to us, just like Captain Miller said to Private Ryan, you better earn this because a lot went into this. A lot went into taking care of you, finding you, saving you, preserving you. So you better earn it. I always struggled with Ephesians 4, verse 1, live a life worthy of your calling and earn this.
Yeah.
And I've come to a conclusion. Would you like to hear my conclusion, Brad?
I would, because, honestly, there's a part of me that like can hear that Christian minister making that connection. And there's a part of me that like wants to take the meat and spit out the bones of
sure.
I hear the heart behind that.
Absolutely.
But that is such a slippery, dangerous, like theological slope of all of a sudden like earning our salvation. So I would love to know your thoughts. What are the Richard thoughts regarding this?
My thoughts is that God does not say to his children, earn this. I don't think he ever has, and he never will.
Okay.
And that's why even the best of human analogies of sacrifice and blessing and worthiness all fall short because God's love for us and the sacrifice of his son Jesus is so otherworldly that it doesn't fit that neat little scene that Steven Spielberg and Tom Hanks put together. It just doesn't. We are never told to earn what Jesus did for us.
Come on.
I have a friend. He's one of our listeners, Heath Goodson. We've talked about Heath, done the shout-outs to Heath. I remember having this conversation with him years ago. I can't even remember, probably about 15, 16 years ago. Very beginning of my recovery journey. And he told me something. He said, Richard, if my life was a timeline and the beginning point of the timeline was my birth, the ending point is my death, and somewhere in the childhood years, you could draw a cross, and that's when I became a Christian, when I put my faith in Jesus for the forgiveness of my sins. All right? He said, I know that up to the point of Jesus forgiving me, there was nothing I could do to be worthy of that forgiveness. There was nothing I could do to earn his forgiveness. He says, but sadly, I lived most of my life after that point in the timeline, believing that it was up to me to earn it. And he used to say, I felt like it was my mission in life to live and be good enough so that God wouldn't regret his decision to forgive me.
Wow. Yeah.
And I thought, that's what earn this does get you.
Yeah, it does.
If we go with earn this,
then it turns into maintain this. It depends on this.
It just does.
And then you arrive to a very dangerous place theologically that even suggests that what we do has a greater impact on our salvation than what Jesus did.
It does morph to that. I'm sorry, but it just does.
And that's obviously not true.
It just is not. And so I wanted to do this sermon on the side, and I wanted to put out there that as much as I love the movie and will watch it every chance I get, for the record, and I appreciate and love it, that is not how we are to respond to the sacrifice of Christ for us. The sacrifice of Christ and the remembering of what he saved us from and what we've been forgiven from and how he is progressively healing us and changing us. You know what that is supposed to draw out of us? Love. Worship. And dare I say, a healthy amount of confusion.
Yeah.
That we could actually go, and that no matter how long it's been that we've been walking with God, that we could every once in a while just go, I don't get this.
Yeah.
See, earn this is an equation.
Right.
Somebody does this for you, you make it right by them.
Yep.
And that is not the equation of grace. That is not the New Testament gamble that God engaged. And he said, I'm going to offer them my grace, my favor. My friend Trey Lovern loves to say, we don't earn God's smile. We have God smiling at us before we even wake up in the morning.
Wow.
And because of it, the first thing we do is hit our knees and say, God, you're so good. It is it's beyond understanding how good you are to me, and that you love me, and that you're smiling over me, that I don't have to earn it today. You know what that makes me want to do? It makes me want to walk in step with him all day today. I want that. I don't want to earn this.
God, it's so good, dude. I love that imagery of we can't earn God's smile. And yeah, man, there's just so many things popping in my mind right now. I'm thinking of the Titus 3 passage that just...
That's huge for us,
It kind of blatantly says,
Come on.
starting in verse 5, it says, he saved us. First of all, so good. The very next phrase, not because of works done in righteousness, but according to his own mercy, by the washing and regeneration and renewal of the Holy Spirit, whom he poured into us so richly through Christ Jesus our Savior. And then it just kind of keeps on going.
That's it.
It's like, yeah, it has nothing to do with us. I mean, there's this beautiful balance of we've been saved, and so now we have the opportunity to go do all of these great things for him.
In response.
Yes, in response. And yet we are saved by grace through faith, not because of works.
Exactly.
It's like that's the beauty of the confusion, where Proverbs says, "Hey, lean not on your own understanding." I'm not, because your boy's confused. His ways are not our ways, and his thoughts are not our thoughts, declares the Lord. Deuteronomy.
Come on.
But Coach, can I just, man, this is so good, and I think it's so needed because. I wonder if there's a listener right now that's going, hey, you know what? This is not earth-shattering to me. This isn't a brand new concept.
Okay.
I understand this from a logical perspective. But just like Heath and your conversation 16 years ago, is that how I'm living my life, though? That I've got to check the box of this, and I've got to make sure that I, do this, and I've got to make sure that my life looks like this, and all of a sudden it turns into this. My spiritual relationship with the Lord is dependent upon what I do, or what I can showcase.
Yes.
And friend, let me just invite you to say, hey, the enemy loves to use the things of God against us.
To twist them
to
on
twist
us.
it,
Absolutely.
Very rarely does the enemy will just blatantly lie to us. He'll take a truth and he'll spin it.
That's it. And that's the truth.
And so I just want to encourage us, let's all take a step back. And let's do what you just described, Richard. Let's just hit our knees early in the morning and just picture ourselves in the throne room with God just smiling at us.
Yeah.
No agenda.
Yeah.
No Instagram story, no Bible reading plan. Not that any of those things are bad or not
fans
necessary.
of those.
We are, absolutely. Sign up. But just time spent before the Father in relationship with Him.
Oh, that is so it. And may I just say, as we wrap, you might be thinking, what's the harm in going earn this? Maybe I can keep it in check. Yeah. I can keep all that realization that it's not about me or whatever. I just want to give you one final warning and one final freedom, really, just to echo what you just shared. The thing is that if I go back to that movie, right, and I go back to that scene where Tom Hanks pulls that character in, say Ryan's character in, and he says, "Earn this." Then he passes away. And then within seconds, on the screen, you suddenly see not the young Private Ryan in 1944. You see an old man at the cemetery in Normandy, where now Captain Miller, the Tom Hanks character, is buried. Yeah. He's found the cross. He's He's paying his respects. And as he does it, his entire family, children, grandchildren, what looks like maybe great-grandchildren are all around him. His wife comes up. He's staring at Captain Miller's grave. His wife comes up next to him, and he looks at her and he says, "Please tell me that I've been a good man." She's like, "What?" He's like, "Have I been a good man?" That scene proves our point today. And the point is if you go earn this in your relationship with God, you'll never know if it's enough. The spoiler to that question is it will never be enough.
That's right.
And so all you will be able to do at the end of your life is say, "Gosh, I hope I pleased God enough." And we're asking you, forsake that path.
Yeah.
Come off that path. And it doesn't mean you can't embrace Ephesians 4, chapter 4, verse 1 that says, "I beg you, live a life worthy of your calling." Do you know why we don't have to forsake that verse? Because all you have to do, it literally says, "Therefore, I, Paul, prisoner of the Lord, I beg you to lead a life worthy."
Right.
If a sentence starts with the word "therefore,"
what's the therefore?
Exactly. So you have to put it in reverse. Beep, beep, beep. So that's the biblical vehicle backing up. And you got to check out the verses that precede it. And what happens at the end of Ephesians chapter 3 is that Paul spends from verse 14 on explaining what it looks like if we allow ourselves to be rooted and grounded in Christ. And if we do, he strengthens us. And the phrase says, in our inner person with his power. And then we start growing stronger in the faith and start understanding God's love for us more. And then we start getting a glimpse of how crazy, ridiculously powerful he is.
So good,
and that he
dude.
can do exceedingly, abundantly, above whatever you could ask or think. To him be glory in the church forever.
Woo!
Period. And then the next phrase is, "So guys, since that's true, let's do this.
Let's go
Let's
walk.
go.
Let's
walk. Let's live a life worthy. Let's do this." And the words "earn this" can't be found anywhere in that New Testament. Woo! Thank you, Lord. Woo.
Man, that was awesome. Man, you got going there for a second.
I did.
You started speaking in accents. I was like, whoa.
See, that's just so silly. But anyway, thank you for going there with me.
That's awesome.
Thank you to our listeners for listening to us. We enjoyed sharing that with you.
Well, whiplash me back and forth. Hit me with a segment.
Okay, the segment is this. I just realized on my last few vacation or out of town trips.
Yeah.
You know what I love to buy? Love to buy souvenirs.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. But then I realized when I get back home, I realize I have an unhealthy attachment to certain things. You ready for my unhealthy attachment? It's an unreasonable attachment.
Oh, okay. An unreasonable attachment.
Yeah. It's T-shirts.
To T-shirts.
Yes. T-shirts are a good thing. Everybody needs them. We should buy them all the time. Here's the problem with that I have. It's very hard for me to let go of T-shirts. I can't jettison the old T-shirts. I'm getting the new T-shirts. Where am I going to put them? Because I'm faced with this. Well, I need to purge my T-shirt drawer.
How do you purge your T-shirt drawer?
I go to the oldest ones I have, and I presumably throw them away or give them to somebody else. You know what I do? I talk myself out of giving them away because I love them. They matter to me. They're sports teams. They're places I've visited. They're just T-shirts that were cool that I used to wear when, at certain points in my life. And it's a problem, Brad. I need help. I need help.
You need to get you a T-shirt blanket where you just get a whole bunch of old T-shirts and then sew it into a big blanket.
That would be genius.
You take 20 shirts and you got 2 blankets out of them.
The T-shirt thing is a problem for me. And my wife is always like, yeah, it's cool. Get a T-shirt at a coffee shop I like or something unique. Get it. She's like, and then you can get rid of some when you go home. And I'm like, yeah. But down deep, I know I'm not going to do it.
We've introduced a toy rule with Becca. Every toy that she gets from now on, she's got to get rid of one.
Wow.
We're going to introduce a T-shirt rule for you.
Yeah, that's solid parenting, and I need that in my life.
Now, do you hang your T-shirts like with a hanger in the closet, or do you like do the fold?
No, it's a fold, and they're in a T-shirt drawer. You know, I just don't think T-shirts are for hanging up. But I didn't mean. Am I interrupting?
No, please.
But I will say this: some of my T-shirts do end up on hangers for a little bit because if I like them, I mean, if they're really special to me, and depending on what they're made of, I don't want them to shrink. Especially now because I'm getting a little thick in the middle. I'm a little doughy. You know what I'm saying?
You paid all this money for it. Now it's going out of style.
He's talking about my stomach. I paid all the money for the food to put in it. Anyway, that's a great line. That is a great line. But here's the thing. My T-shirts, so I won't let my wife dry them because I'm afraid they'll shrink and no longer fit me. And so they're hanging up.
You won't let your wife dry your T-shirt.
I will give her instructions. This is a don't dry T-shirt. See? It's a real problem, man.
You, sir, are a psychopath.
I snorted. What? Did you hear that?
I did hear it. That was so awesome. You have a don't dry T-shirt collection.
Some of them, because I just can't afford for them to get too small, man. And some of them, if I really love them, I'm like, I instruct my wife, just wash them separately. Don't put them with all them other common clothes.
Dog, you've got...
You put socks in with my...
Oh, that's excellent. Oh, what was that segment? I don't remember.
I don't know. It was unreasonable attachments.
Oh.
Y'all pray for Richard. Probably pray for Rhonda.
Yeah, I don't
That's
pray
really
for Richard. No, pray for Rhonda. She's getting instructions from Richard. This is a don't dry T-shirt. These are socks. They go in separately. This is a really small one, so we hang this one up, but this one we can fold. I'm like, man.
I think I overshare during these segments.
No, you know what? We appreciate it. We love it. We love you, and we accept you for who you are. You do not have to earn our love.
Dude.
You like that?
That's what we call a circle back in the business.
That's why we get paid the big bucks. And by big bucks, I mean whatever you guys give us on Buy Me a Coffee. Man, we hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Sermons on the Side.
This has been so much fun. And honestly, all 29 episodes have been fun. Can't wait for the next 29.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Well, hey, welcome to August. We've got a lot of awesome things in store for the rest of the year. Mm-hmm. We hope you guys have an incredible week, and we will see you again next week for another episode of
Sermons on the Side. Stop it. You're on fire, man. Hey, and
if
by
you
the
stay
way,
ready, you ain't got to get ready, baby.
By the way,
yeah,
biblically speaking,
yeah,
in terms of a Bible character or in a book of the Bible, people sleep on Titus all the time.
They're snoring.
I snort my whole life.
Yeah, they're CPAPing on Titus.
It's like, my goodness, Titus. There's some gold in there.
Get your cough drops ready.
Got to get it ready.
You're the only podcaster in the world that has cough drops at the side table.
On standby. Right?
On set.
Ready to...
Not just on set. Included within the recording. Like, you will eat both of those cough drops at some point while you're talking.
Maybe.
There's been... I can see why.